Hey everyone, Teamudf here for some more of the Teamudf Community Showcase. Today we have Mitsukara's submission, Memory of Koholint, the island from Link's Awakening, and we'll do some other stuff. I've got some RPG Maker ready for you as well, and maybe some stories, and then some Dark Magician. God dang it, ZC. Alright, there we go. Oh. Hi, I'm the start of Demo Fairy. Now, you know what? Let me drag the window over so I can see it better. Okay. Run this on ZC 2.52 or face insurmountable goob. Look for my sister, the end of Demo Fairy, at coordinates 33712. Oops, I clicked out of the window. If you press EX2, you'll switch characters, but it doesn't affect anything in this demo. Oh, look how actiony. Wait, what? I'm changing tunics? I have the red tunic, everybody. We did it. We found the best tunic in the game. There we go. Ooh, Marin. Alright, so for some reason this is also EX3. This controller doesn't have very many buttons. Let's see if that's what it thinks it is. Probably. Yeah, that's it, it does. Well, this is just a Super Nintendo controller, so it doesn't have much room for EX buttons. I guess let's map them to keyboard or something. Oh god, we can't. Space to disable. Okay, there we go. Alright. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Flashy fairy. Okay, now we're gonna go sailing. So behold. Behold the sailing powers. Hi, Devastator. Now suddenly Link drowns Marin, and he is in control. But then Zelda drowns Link. And then Marin's like, none of this ever happened, just forget it. There's bombs. Beware. Beware the bombs, everybody. Screw it. Take damage. Oh. There's Casholo. Oh. Okay. Gotta collect all the Casholo. What? The overworld music's Wind Waker. Super Mario World. Better get all the money. Yeah, the Link to the Past sound effects are my jam. Okay, we're not going that way, though. We gotta go a different way. We gotta stab things. And boomerang things. Behold! Oh, you actually can't? Okay, alright, okay. Can only Link spin attack? Oh, that's interesting. No. Zelda can spin attack. I guess Marin sucks. Rip. Rip Marin. This chest has a keyhole shaped like exactly 30 rupees. Okay. Let's see what's inside. You got Rock's Feather. Oh! Ooh. Now that jumps down to Super Mario World. Also, the chest perpetually becomes a thing. Oh, okay. Can I also... Ooh! Marin is Link's dream girl. Literally. Well done, Jubs. Now get out and never come back. Windwalker. Ow. We did not successfully Windwalker. Oh. Trying to steal all the stuff. Oh no. Goku, stop shooting the boat. Now we're going somewhere else. Whoa. Aw. No stabberino. See, when you're sailing at sea, you're smaller than usual. That's how this works, everybody. This is wonderful. Okay, we can't jump over that, though. But we can go out here and collect hearts. The raft magically shrinks you. My goodness. This is the only useful raft in all of Zelda Classic, everybody. We did it. We finally found one. The only useful raft. I'm gonna just jump over these mountains here. Got more cashola. Okay, so apparently I need money to open chests or whatever. So we better be collecting all the money that we see, or else we will die. Okay, so this is the coordinate system for the end of Demo Fairy. But, yo Link, I'm the end of Demo Fairy, so that means the demo's over. See you in 2082 with the actual game, maybe. Oh, I'll be too optimistic. Until then, you can play crud like Brody.qst, or maybe even something good. By the way, this quest isn't password and description enclosed. It's messy, unfinished, and confusing, but feel free to take a look. Stab her. Get her, Link. Use your spin attack. Use your spin attack. Use your spin... Okay. Alright, looks like that's it. Wait, jump into her lap, Link. No, let her hoist you away to the magical fairyland. Alright, there you go. Very technically impressive. There's Zaldo. There's Marin. Oh, Marin looks pretty good. I like the dress. Who's this loser? This person's alright. I noticed the things are displaced, though. Like the... Unless that's to hit the button to tell you which character you're switching to, but... Yeah, whatever. Alright. Okay, so Marin is gonna go dream of donuts. She drowned. The end. It's over. Yeah, very technically impressive, though. I don't know if you ever intend on continuing this. I mean, the Message makes it seem like maybe not, but, you know. Very, very well done indeed. Very well done indeed. That's it for this episode. I'm kidding, it's not. We've got like 5 million more years of footage to go. Alright. Because we still have to play the best quest in the game! I'm kidding. Alright. Alright. Let's keep the gaming action going. Actually, let me close out ZC for now. I don't think I need it for anything currently. We can open it back up later if we do need so, though. Alright. We are going to check out Tragedies Tale by Project. And it's supposedly edgelord stuff. We'll find out. 2 years old. It is MV, though. So check it out. Let's see. Mitsukara says she was going for a Final Fantasy type mode 7 effect. Wanted to do full rotation for a Mario Kart Yoshi Safari effect, but couldn't figure that out, so rip. I see. Alright. Let me get a description of this, actually. Project had left one on the Discord before we begin. Says, here's my very first project ever in RPG Maker MV. Started 2 years ago. It's a dark fantasy RPG taking place in the same universe, as the book that he uploaded as well for one of his other submissions, though a bit before the book's events. This project will never be completed. There's no point. Oh, okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. No, okay, alright. World and story of this project have been drastically changed for my new works, and I don't feel like going back through it and replacing mechanics, graphics, and stuff. Okay. There's strong language, apparently, which, whatever, I just will mute myself, I guess. Alright. And there's odd scripting and things like that. Let's take a look. Skip intro? Yeah. No, I guess we shouldn't. It has been over a century since the men and man-beasts successfully rebelled against the elven overlords, the Mimians. No, I'm kidding, alright. Their newfound freedom birthed powerful kingdoms and 100 years of peace and prosperity. The Golden Age, it was called. However, it did not last forever. Betrayal striked the human kingdom of Donmer, and war broke out, ruining the peace the humans and beasts fought so hard for. The beast kingdom of Minar and the Southland tribes invaded Donmer. If it wasn't for the leadership of Vanguard Gygar, Rhineland, the kingdom of Donmer would be no more. Gygar was able to push the invaders from the border, but not without severe casualties. This brought the Golden Age to a close and introduced the current age. Due to the sheer amount of blood spilled in the first couple of years alone, these times have been dubbed the Red Ages. Maybe I should lower the volume a smidgen here. Alright. But the wars did not end with invasion. As if there wasn't enough bloodshed, Donmer has now found itself in a civil war after Gygar assassinated King Victus. Victus from Soul Reaver. Nah, screw you, don't get it. Who he blamed for the invasion and declared himself emperor of the new Rhineland Empire. With the human city split down the middle in terms of allegiance, the once tranquil country has now turned into a site for war and devastation. Hundreds of homes have been burned, thousands of innocents killed. But despite all this, the war still rages on. And then there is you, a thug, a scavenger, a nobody. You lived in the sinkhole known as Skav all your life. A glorified slum completely polluted by crime and corruption that sits on the border between Donmer and Rhineland. At most, it serves as a short stop for soldiers, travelers, and caravans on the road. For many, it is avoided at all costs. You've had to fight every day just so you could wake up the next morning with a half-full stomach. Your only help being that of your best and only friend, a fawn named Lask. You've gone to bed every night hoping that the next day your life will take a turn for the better. Perhaps even for the exciting. Little did you know about the path that awaited you. The path that you could set into motion by a simple look into opportunity. A path that would be filled with battle, blood, death, betrayal, and tragedy. Heads male, tails female. Let's go, everybody. Don't land in the trench. God dang. Tails. What is your name? Can I just type? No, okay. Act 1, Ambition. Would you like to turn on tutorial tips? Sure, why not? Use the... No! Okay. Use the arrow keys and stuff. Dash. Okay, you can set your party to always dash. Excellent. To interact. Okay, so nice basic stuff here. Interact with as much of the environment as characters as possible. Open the hoob. You can open the hoob. Let's exit this game. Oh, okay. We did it. We made a save. Female Jubs is a spell sword, apparently. You have many options. You can do stuff. Alright, so these all seem to be a nice little intro for people who are not familiar with RPG Maker. Got a quest log. Nah, I don't need to know about stats, though. Alright. Take a nap. Alright. Let's see. Thresh came in. Nyx came in. Link's Blue Ocarina came in. While I was reading the intro. It's already midday. Alright. Glycin's in. A pile of trash that hasn't been swept up. Wait a minute. What? These are just a bunch of .z files. Come on, Shelly, let me back in. You know I never get drunk on purpose. I swear there was tea in that mug. I'm gonna assume that they're Australian. Room 2D. Room 2C. Your room. Room to be or not to be. It's locked. Dried blood. It's been here since you started staying at this inn a year ago. Well, someone's lazy. Room 2A. It's also locked. Gods, took you long enough to get up, huh? Whatever, shut up. You'll turn into a slug if you sleep in until midday. So, we need to get moving if we're going to find some work for today. And I know about something big going on that's right up our alley. I had a coin for every time you'd said that. Shut up, I'm serious this time. Word around town is that Leon's hiring again. The Leon? That's what the hobo down the street says, but I always thought he was a trustful guy. Well, what are we waiting for? If Leon's involved. This could finally be our big break, pal, our ticket to a life of luxury. Our purpose. He owns a tavern on the other side of town. The Shadow's Bane, I think it's called. Let's go. We got more Pepples already. Lesk is a scoundrel-type Digimon. Alright, good night, Mega. Just been given a new quest. By entering the hub and traversing... Okay, you can check descriptions. Let's do it! A golden Jubs. Go to the Shadows Jubs. That's actually technically already a thing. Alright. Local kingpin Leon Waters is looking for new recruits. Alright. Notice posted by Glycin, the inn zone. Rent is paid on the first day of every month. No exceptions. Failing to do so of consequences. Creed. Remember, you've missed your last 3 pages. Payments. Rip. Painting depicting Geiger, Rhineland, O'Neill, Still, Dahmer's head vanguard. Stand up, the vanguard. Oh, 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 oh. Spare keys. Left it unlocked. Take the keys? Yeah, sure. Why not? Lock his crap up. Also take the gold. Yeah, take everything. Take it all. Take this parchment. Do I want to... Do I want to shut off the screen right now? Okay, alright. Okay. Ledger with the names of everyone staying at the end. I want to take this beer. Yeah! Found some leather gloves. Alright. Let's give female Jubs the leather... Oh, there's more. Okay, I got you. Alright. Let's just... Oh. Yeah, it's not the best idea to take a nap in their room, but we can steal from them. Ripperoni. Do you mind? No, I actually don't. This is a Jub answer. We gotta do the Jub answer. What do I have here? Just a little rat I was looking for. Who you call rat, old man? The dumb little runt who hasn't paid the rent. That's who. You forced my hand, kid! Told you I haven't seen. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Oh no. Welcome to the... Oh, it's using the Final Fantasy X battle system. Alright. Let's see what magic is here. Shocker. Let's shock him. Low blow. We're wrestling now, everybody. Ow. Stab him. Yeah. Stabbed. We got 3 Casholo. You beat them. Listen, kid, maybe I was acting a bit rash. Save it, you old coin toss. Heads, he's a douchebag. Tails, he's dead to my 3rd born son. Alright, he's just a douchebag. Put him out of his misery, female Jubs. Please, no. Kill him! Renegade! Renegade! You got money? He's completely unconscious and reeks of cheap ale. Kill him too. That's commendable. Oh, 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 oh. The Broken Dream. God, this is like the name of a bar from freaking Duke's Story. If you could, there's no guarantee you'd survive a trip on the road. There's banditos and deserters. This is hard coming to a matey. Almost got stabbed the other day by both female and male Jubs. Let's see. So, talking about clown murders. Apparently people across the country have been getting skewered by a bunch of freaks dressed like gestures. Heard a rumor that they're actually a cult and their killings are some sort of sacrifice. Alright then. Ran into Sir Malik the other day in the Upper District. What a frightening man. He's gonna use this Millennium Rod to kill us all, everybody. Keep an eye out for Malik. Maybe we can kill him. Maybe everybody could die painfully. It is I, the famous traveling bard, Marcelo. You look down, friend. Allow Marcelo to lighten your spirit with song. Oh. This is the worst song I've ever heard. You cannot appreciate Marcelo's brilliance with song. You are not deserving of his voice. Away with you, savage. Hey, Prince. How you doing? Yep, Snacrifice. Haven't used that one in a while. Pat. Patrick Alexander Ivan. Whatever, you douchebag. What do you want? Oh, okay. Alright. You know this tavern used to be owned by Kel Jern? Nope. And drove him out of town. Let's go steal things from the barkeep. Oh no. Oh no, we've been cut off by the barrel of justice. Maybe I can steal the sword from the wall. Nope. What do you have in sailor? There's thugs! We could fight people! Oh, hi, Kate. The Kate has offered to help read things. Interested in some work? No. Okay. Oh, I could have killed him? Aww. 3 homes in particular have pretty valuable loot. All at the northern end of Upper District. Hitting them should fill my inventory up. Grab anything that anyone will. Oh, I could just steal things. Got a lockpick. Happy hunting. Mama told me the warehouse has been abandoned for years, but I don't believe her. You're laughing people like people are playing inside. Are there cards? Let's use the lockpick. Let's find out if there are cards. Found a steel sword. Okay. Not for the Jubes. Okay, nobody gets anything. Optimize just isn't working, never mind. Alright. Look at all these boxes. There's gotta be at least 2 boxes. Found a leather vest. Alright, this will up our defense a little bit. Okay. Is that blood? What? It is. It's the wall decoration for blood. Ooh, teddy bears! Can I collect them and sacrifice them to people? Map of the Northern Lands. What do these markings mean? Oh, I just wanted to mess with you. Laugh through life has been carved into the dog's stomach. That must be very small writing. Stomach had been cut open in a U shape. Most of her organs had been torn out. Man! This was supposed to be the next party member, too. Female Jubs. I think we should leave. Oh no. Rook is summoning the ritual. Alright, let's do it. Brought a grin to my father. Get it? The Smiling God. Mr. J. Mr. J, we should continue this ritual ourselves. Wait a minute. Things have changed. Where did the teddy bears go? There they are. The teddy bears are alive. And they've turned into clowns that steal at least 3 boxes. Could this be new friends? No, friends would wait outside until we got home. That means they must be volunteers. Why else would anyone break into our sanctuary instead of waiting? They are merely too eager to join the smiling god. Very well then. Join me, my brothers. Laugh through life. Alright, we're gonna use the most advanced techniques we can think of. Attacking and shocking. Oh no, they're inflicting status ailments. And they're too strong for us. Oh no, we're out of drugs, everybody. It looks like this is gonna be the end for us. Alright, he's bleeding. We're going to win the game. Now let's use our most advanced technique. Our most advanced technique of hurting ourselves. It's coming eventually, everybody. It's almost here. Yeah! No, no. There we go. Alright. You're dead. Thanks for playing. Alright, so we're not strong enough to do that yet. So the player has the potential to get trapped very early on in the game if they go up there and save. They just would not be able to survive that, and then they'd get stuck on their save file. Times may be tough nowadays. That's right, Kate. Yeah, this person just named the character Female Jubs. I don't understand. Give us the necklace, you douchebag. Kill him. Let's fight everybody. This whole town sucks anyway. Who gives a crap? Whole town is straight garbage. Oh man, they just focus fired. Not enough stuff yet. Get him! Get him! Oh no, it was guarded. Still not enough. Got him with the critical hit. We've got one chance. Okay, we got 2 chances apparently. We got 1 chance. Okay, we got 2 chances. Alright, we did it. And we got a whole 4 XP for that really difficult fight that we almost lost. And 4 Casholo. What did they want? My necklace. It's my only real valuable. My late husband gave it to me on the day we married. They must have seen it and thought they could sell it to make a quick coin. I'd rather die than hand it over, but thanks to you, I didn't have to make that choice. Listen, child, I can't repay you personally, but I have a friend, or more like a friend of my husband's, who may be able to give you something in exchange for saving my life. He's an old geezer like me who lives in the upper district. He likes to wear a funny red hat. Can't miss him. Tell him you saved Sonia's life, and I'm sure he'll reward you for the trouble I got you into. Farewell, child. We're just gonna kill him. We're just gonna kill everybody. All of it is bollocks. Every last bit of it. Let's go heal at the inn. Just wanted to step on his dead body. Here we go, everybody. We're gonna take a nap. Regained full stamina. Alright, Grandma's gonna whip your backside. What? That didn't heal them at all. Now we're just gonna carry this dead body around town. The Flint kind of inn system doesn't heal you. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Here we go, everybody. We're gonna beat them all. Oh man, that's one heck of a way to murder the pace, dude. Alright. Yeah, if only we had Grandma's thwacking staff. Shut up and get your smelly cow rate. Coffee. Yeah, Grandma's gonna whip you with this cat. You thought you were safe from a cat? Yeah, like heck you are. I'm gonna stab you. And, oh. Oh no. We're back, everybody. Let's get him again. Let's get him again, everybody. Oh no. Oh, we got stabbed to death. Everybody got stabbed. Today, Grandma needs to teach you about removing events. 3 sons now that this war has taken from me. All of my boys lost to a conflict that wasn't gonna change a thing about their lives back home. I wonder if Gladius, Gladicus, Gladimus, Gladipus regrets freeing humanity from the elves now that he sees that this is our future. So he still watches us from above. If I were him, I'd have turned my back on us a long time ago. Hold up there, friends. There's a toll for using you. How about you screw off before Grandma whips your backside? We got a tough one. Let's stab them all in the face, everybody. They're just gonna fight them all when they're lugging this dead body around. Oh no, we missed again. It's impossible. Your Grandma's gotta find the doctor so she can whip some backsides. Domain of the Mistress. Alright, we're gonna go meet a dominatrix or some BS. Allow me to welcome you to the Weeping Flower. It's a kind milady. I am Lisk. May I know your name? You may call me Mistress Lask, as all who enter my domain do. Now, before you start looking for your own particular tastes, I must inform you of my domain's rules. Too many savages come stomping into my land with the intention of treating it and my people like animals. That will not be tolerated. You'll treat my workers like kings and queens, understand? They have every right to refuse you and your requests. Terms and prices are non-negotiable. If you choose to not adhere to my rules, I'll have the lovely gents to your sides escort you from my premises, air quotes, as painfully as possible. If you you do follow my word, then do not let me keep you any further. If you wish for a drink, we can boost our physical attributes. Here we go, everybody. This is the best part of the game. Get a load of this. She treats this whorehouse like it's a damn Centura. Yes. Don't get me wrong, though. She's a goddess if I ever seen one. It's a shame she doesn't seem to be for sale. Rip-a-roni. Rip-o-roni. Looks like I can leave whenever I want. Alright, everybody. I see we're getting to the classy part of the game. Come for a pint before... Oh, RC's, thanks for the bits. And welcome to the Beetle Bus. Come for a pint before hopping into the sack. Or perhaps you heard of Miss Special Elixir Panther Blood. And before you ask, no, it's not actually blood from a panther. Anyway, how may I help you? What is it then? It's a special brew the mistress and I have been perfecting for decades. The key to ultimate ecstasy. A miracle potion that can turn anyone into a hurricane of pleasure underneath the sheets. If you have the stamina of a mouse, it'll turn you into a bull. If you have the stamina of a bull, it'll turn you into Ting-Jora! I knew a patron who took this before shacking up with our worker Tara, and he didn't leave our room for a week. Day and night I heard him going at it non-stop. Poor girl couldn't walk for months. And for the cheap price of only 75 gold, you have no excuse not to have the night or even a week of your dreams. Unfortunately, we have only about half the cashola. We could sell our equipment and possibly... Okay, here. Who dis? Just grabbing a quick drink before I go back in for round 8! Too busy kissing. I always work with the cards. Ever since my wife died, I find myself spending all my gold here with my friends. I've never been happier. Man, rip the wife, Jesus. We're off duty. Don't get it twisted. We're not... There. That's right, we can disrespect people. Can we disrespect? Disrespect? No. Finally saved enough coin to have 2 at once. It's gonna be the best night of my life. He doesn't even attempt to hide his inexperience. I should charge him extra. Look how excited he is. Hopefully he doesn't plant his seed too quickly. Ripperoni. Can't you see him trying to wet my whistle here? That means 2 things. Already working with a patron, I can see you afterwards. Alright. Looks like we can still leave. If you perform a certain task, she'll name you the champion. Alright. Okay. Okay, we gotta kill Gygar. And we gotta kill Sarah Strauss. Thanks for the bits, Luke. Damage. Managed to escape the hangman's noose. Settled in Highport. Go to Highport and kill her. Kill her entire family, alright. Kill everybody! Sure. She's a former Red Guard. She married a battle mage. Alright, so we're probably gonna die. What? Why would we... Why would we care? All Things Arcane by Rig Veda! No, okay, alright. In this volume of All Things Arcane, I will be telling of the magical beasts known as familiars. First, I'll begin with their origin. There is this lore. You can pause the video, everybody. There it is. Thanks for the bits, Devastator, and welcome to the Mitabasu. What? Mitsukara. These characters have the utmost class and respect for all their fellow human and elf and fawn and plant and whatever the heck else. Her greatest student. The art of betting. Oh, okay. It's just... Oh, yeah. We can't lockpick these. Alright, we probably... Given how high quality of an establishment this is, we very likely cannot purchase any legitimate goods or services. Welcome to Guy's Grub. Oh crap, we never actually left the club. Like some grub. Here's an apple. A tasty snack. Go tasty snack. God dang it, everything heals stamina. Nothing heals HP. Alright. Well, you found medicine. Haha! We can finally heal. No, it just... Okay. Found cheese. Well, we might as well just throw this right out. Darn it. Ah, Flid. Alright, let's go, female jubs. It's stabbing time. Yeah! Let the stabbing continue. Yeah! Miss. Nope. Alright. Alright, so the combat in this game is straight garbage, but everything else is pretty funny. Banditos. Banditos. Found some ale. And some more ale. Let's see if we can make our way to Upper City, Upper District, Upper Jubs. I'm so thirsty. Here, take this ale. What is wrong with you female Jubs? Start drinking, kids. Learning only the utmost of... I bet you would need some stuff. Yeah, some stuff. Take a look at my merchandise. Dang it. Oh, we got the panther blood, everybody. We did it. Someone just threw out a panther blood. What are you? Cause any trouble in the shadows, Bane, and you'll be sorry. Well, it's time to go cause trouble. Screw everybody. Need something? Tell me about Leon, you douche. I know better than to talk behind Leon's back. If you want to know more about him, try to meet him yourself. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, everybody shut up. Listen up and listen well, maggots. Full metal jacket or whatever the flit. Leon's only just informed me he's looking... And only looking for a team of exactly 4. No more, no less. Why exactly 4? Because Leon said so. That's a stupid stipulation. Really? He's gonna kill him. Kill him. Kill him where he stands. Yeah! Don't have a complaint about Leon's stupid stipulation? Please let me complain. Please let me complain. But dang it! Alright. Now, if you want Leon's opening, you have to find 3 other lackeys to join you. If you find said lackeys, come talk to me. Hurry up with it. It's first come, first serve. Gladicus knows I have better things to do today than babysit children. Alright, so we can get the mistress and the drunk kid. That'll be our party members. Oh, no, here's like a typical female lead. Okay. Hey, you two. Why, hey to you, too. Ugh, never mind. Don't mind him, he's simple. Huh. Most goats are. Oh! You know, I was talking to a snow elf. Jeez, that's cold. Whatever. I'm gonna go star in Frozen now and sing a crappy song that people won't shut up about. I wanted to ask if you two would like to form a group with me. Since their parent, Ali, needs to be 4 of us to be considered for a job. You gonna join up with us? No offense, cutie, but we just met. At least take me out for a nice supper first. Last night we just met. Would have already tried talking to the other rabble here, and their glances alone turned a knot in my stomach. You two are the only guys in town I've even been able to hold a conversation with. Frankly, that's enough in my book. Besides, there isn't time to cherry pick. Wait. Maybe there is! No, okay. Shut up. Now we only need... Elvea greatly approves. What? Okay. Oh, rip-a-roo. Team up with the dead guy. Right. We're already carrying around one dead body. What's carrying around another dead body? Past 100 years. By the skies of Arcadia. Jerks, psychos, or both. Look around the district, maybe the other tavern across town. Bound to find someone with enough stones or enough crazy to work with Leon around here. I propose we check out the upper district. I'd rather deal with as few cutthroats as thugs and thugs and tugs and tugs. I'm Elvia. Elvia. I'm female. Name's Female Jubs. Every decision you make in Tragedies Tale, air quotes, will have consequences creed. These consequences can range from extremely small to literally game-changing. One of the most common consequences for your choices will be the changing of your party's members' approval. Alright, so people fall out, whatever the flid. Alright. Well, too bad. I'm just a ravenous lunatic. So, yeah. Close wounds! Oh, dang it. She can't close the wounds of a dead person. Gosh, alright, here. Come on. That's a terrible thing to say. Okay. Just go right behind this guy and... Alright. Alright, everybody, we gotta go recruit us some... Oh, God! Son of a... Let's get him, everybody! We're gonna get him again. 2 damage! Got him. Yeah, just keep attacking. We can't be defeated. And now we get 2 rewards instead of just 2. Yeah, we got a greatly approves, everybody. It was all in the name of science. All in the name of science, everybody. Alright, which one of you idiots here wants to team up? No more song for you. Are you an idiot who wants to team up? Are you an idiot who wants to team up? Are you an idiot who wants to team up? Are you an idiot who wants to are you an idiot who wants to team up? Are you an idiot who wants to team up? What is it now? I wanted to talk to you about your armor. Subdon Murcraft, what of it? Who's asking? Someone is looking to offer you a proposition. One of the kings of dust and dirtbags to pollute this town. I'll pass. He's not gonna do it. Will I get to kill dirtbags? Get to kill. Alright. Yep, that was fast. Welcome aboard. Yep. With some bottom-feeding leech, aren't you? What kind of question's that? You son of a... Alright. That makes 4. He's a berserker to nobody's surprise. Bone dry. Let's see if we can lug these dead bodies around any more than what we're already doing. Hi. Okay. Just plop the body down and attack. Induce rage. The berserker recalls past failures and tragedies, forcing them into a reckless fury for a while. There you go. Oh my goodness. Going right in for the kill. Darn it, nothing to loot. Have you heard of necromancers? Alright. Time to tomb rob. Tomb and rob. Alright, there's no tomb and rob. If you had a fistful of coin, maybe you give me that fistful of coin. Yes. Bestow upon me the sacred coin. The little man that couldn't. The little man that coin. I like how these are just cut off pillars. There's just like no effort. Alright. I'm just gonna throw some cut off pillars here for graves. Like. Alright, Kate. Sounds like what's all the commotion? It's the market. Oh no. There's commotion in Market Town. I don't care about that yet. We'll let the body stew for a while before we go do anything about it. An iron helmet and an iron sword. Is this better than the steel sword? I could trade, I could get some speed back. What about you? You have a steel claymore. Well, that would certainly be... Yep, alright, dead body. We're gonna give you this iron sword. What's the other thing I got? A helmet or some BS? Oh god, we're already murdering her speed. We better not do that. Alright, well, his speed can't be murdered anymore, so we might as well give it to him. Yes, here we go. Time to steal crap with dead bodies. Just breaking into random... Yes, we are. We are petty thieves. Come on, female jubs. We're not stealing. We're just gonna leave that open, though. We're gonna at least teach them that they're... Oh, god dang it. Sell. Dang it, Sell. How did you survive, DBZ? Ooh. See a girl run through here. Yep. Maybe. How much is it worth to you? How about a cold cell for the rest of your days? Come on, female jubs. There's the red hat person I'm supposed to find. There's nowhere for you to run now, you little wench. What's the fine for poaching? You're gonna pay a fine. Captain Malik's new order said we gotta crack down on old crime. Yeah, we're gonna kill you, ha! Mind if I join in? Yes. Listen, citizen, I advise you turn around. Alright. Thanks for the distraction. Time's good to be in the real trouble. Anytime, my lady, anytime. Those are some nice moves. I'm self-taught. If you thought that was good, you should see me with a bow. See you around. Alright. Another one bites the dust. By the skies. Oh no. By the sky. Jealous. What is the spelling of this word? Jealous. Yeah, you're gonna host some magic games, buddy? That's when you're jealous of someone's lice. Okay. She's a stubborn girl. Here's your reward. Knowledge. Oh, man. A spell card. Raigeki? Give us Raigeki. Female Jubs learned Cold Wave. Stop letting that slip. Magic. Magic. You in town? I don't blame you. Screw this place. Screw this garbage thieving town. This thieving town. Arnold's arms. Well, I guess that works. I'm Arnold. Oh man, here we go. Inferno Blade. Yeah, look at those zoomed in on textures. Oh, yes. A Rapoda potion. It can revive a fallen ally. We did it. We found things that could help us with this dead body. The Elven Church has to close due to the recent attack. Mob of people apparently burned, sacked, and raided the church early last morn. All the priests inside are murdered. Yeah, stupid guards. Training exercise. By the skies! By the skies! Lathandir. Lysanderoth. That's the only time, probably, I will ever reference that channel. Alright. The doll! The doll! She's deep in prayer. Well, stab her. Then she won't be. Gaia Octus. Well... Brother Joshua. It's Joshua, everybody! My goodness! Donations. What? We just got here. And you're already trying to steal us stuff. You're just stealing the stuff. Oh, god dang it. Stuff stealing. Stealing, stick to skies! Oh! I got tricked into literacy. That's how this happened to everybody. I'm Monica. Alright. Welcome to Monica's merchandise. Sell these extra daggers. For Casholo. We got Casholo, finally. A bandage. Can remove bleeding status. Blood. Water canteen. May not always work. Man, we're doing the Teamudf thing. We introduced the poison, except I never actually used poison for anything. I just used burn. Alright, we can buy more save everybody potions. Oh, it's just an apple. It can be replaced. Shut up, women! Oh, wait. Your willful blindness to thievery, your weakness is what enables brigands such as this to run amok in the city. My lord is no brigand, is but a starving boy. It took an apple. Yes, it starts with only an apple. Then it's your coin purses. Then it's your daughter's virginity. Then, long and behold, the Pharaoh's power. All because you didn't have the balls to chop off the serpent's head when it was still young. My lord, he's no serpent. He's just... I'm gonna kill you. That's what he's gonna do, everybody. That's what he's gonna do. I'm gonna kill him. Should we do another reading of Yusei and Jack's Christmas adventure as well? We need to think of some Christmas traditions on this channel. Wasn't there some reason I wanted to do that? Jubs, what was the reason I wanted to do that? There was a song or something? I don't remember. We've got to do something! I'll make a move on the captain of the guard. Are you nuts? Well, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get killed, and the game's over. Oh, come on! Couldn't even die. You're a disgrace to that armor you wear. You have a problem? Yeah. Hung for killing a child. Kill me right now. Slay the monster, be a hero. Okay. I accept this challenge. You graven. Can't kill me, I'm no weapon. Michael, give him your spear. Give him your spear. Now you have a weapon to kill with. I won't even look. What do you know? He tried it, and he failed. So close. He's gonna do it. Oh, he didn't do it. Ripperoni. Pastioli. This jamdable city. It's not matter, that's why I was sent here. Only I can be the one to end the corruption of Steve. I've seen the horrors. Golden Age. Fawn smugglers. Assassins like the Red Ring. Spread. How should we report this? Right as an execution in a case of self-defense, not that Loris would even care. Oh, my lord, we're gonna do that. We're gonna say self-defense, He is one tough cookie. Cookie. Combat record. He's like that one guy from that one show. Attack on Titan. That guy. Never failed a task given to him. Oh no. Lord Loris. Not even I could do it. Well, maybe a party of 4 idiots could do it. Maybe a party of 4 idiots could do it. Welcome back, Kate. Alright, it seems like a good place to stop this one. We've been at this for a while. Interesting game, though. There's nothing to the combat system, but, you know, I guess I was just, screwing around or whatever thing. There's some funny stuff, though. Some funny stuff. I do like the character. Everybody's just one character. There's just one guy talking to himself in like 50,000 different personalities. Yep, that's... Yep. Alright, well done, project. As opposed, yeah. But apparently he's not going to finish this. We could take a further look at it later if there's more, but I want to try to get a variety of stuff on the channel today. Oh, hi, Neptune. That was the second segment of today's showcase. Yeah, it was someone's RPG Maker game that they created and may or may not continue, but they're writing a story to either complement or continue it, but yeah. Alright. What shall we do next? We've got something called Continuum. I forget who submitted this. Who submitted something called Continuum? Why are you guys not putting your names on your stuff? Okay, there we go. Okay, it's Rainstorm. Alright, Kate, it is time. When's the endum? Is the Kate ready for some reading? Yes, the community showcase that we had promised, I guess, a month ago, and then school disallowed me to actually do anything for it. But maybe at some point, who knows, everybody? Maybe we'll pull a rabbit out of her hat. Maybe we'll pull a rabbit out of her hat. Kate's gonna get some water. Alright. Alright. Hey, Avatar. Three more days till break. Yes, Satellite updated his submission. That will be good. Oh, dropping things already. Friday we're going to be caroling around the school. Oh, okay, alright. I never got into caroling. It doesn't seem like a Teamudf thing. I'll sing random songs. I'll sing you a song where female jobs has to go away. Goodbye, you douchebag. Okay. Don't drop the almighty koosh ball. It's too late. The koosh ball has been forsaken. Let me get Kate the link to Continuum here. For Kate, I hope she doesn't take too long here because this is like going on YouTube, and I don't want people to wait too long. I kind of wish she would have maybe gotten stuff a little faster or a little beforehand here. I'll link her the story at least. Entertain us, chat. Oh, here we go. Okay. The Kate.
Hello.
Is the Kate. How is the Kate?
I'm pretty good.
She went on a boat yesterday, and
I
she
went on a
came
boat.
back.
I did. I survived.
She discovered irrational numbers, and the Pythagoreans still left her alive. Alright, you got the link to Stoof?
Let's see.
It's in Skype.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Alright. Do you want to switch off by page? How do you want to do it?
Hopefully it'll open for me first.
What? Why would it do that? Okay. I see the phrase New York City and East Harlem. Oh boy. I see the name Norris. We are gonna do some stuff, everybody. Yep, I teach math and statistics. And sometimes I even say things that make sense.
We could do half and half, like, one of us could read the first 7 and then the other 7.
Oh, you want to do it all in one fell swoop, huh? Alright, I'll do my segment first then so that I can rest my voice.
Okay.
The sky was bright. No, okay, alright. So this is Continuum by Rainstorm. The sky was bright, the air had a blanketing warmth of August, neon lights dazzled the sides of skyscrapers, and New York City was frozen. Except on a sidewalk on a side street, on the ill-defined border of the Upper East Side and East Harlem, there was one girl who moved. A girl who watched, speechless, as a bullet spiraled through her mother's chest. She's Batman. The helical trail leading back to a car stopped in mid-motion, a small handgun pointed out the open window. Her mind flashed and pulsed, emotions racing through her skull faster than she could process. All burning into a single word, a single question. Que cosa? Layla Ray woke up to 3 gunshots. What? It was just one gun. No, okay. She shot up like the gun. A blanket of dark brown hair falling across her face. Morning, said Norris, her stepfather, standing in the door. The gunshots were just him knocking. Oh, okay. That afternoon had been 2 months ago. Her mom was alive. Had the bullet been a few centimeters off, she wouldn't be. Layla shook her head. This was not the time, because she'd slept through her alarm again. She looked at the clock. Time flashed obnoxiously on its LED screen, the sound having given up trying to wake her. Don't you have to get to classes soon? Norris asked. She didn't answer. Then he left. So screw it. Layla nodded at the door and slid off the bed, pulling the cleaner clothes off the top of the pile of her dresser. She looked half-heartedly at her hairbrush, then decided to put her hair up into a ponytail instead. She dragged her feet to the door behind Norris. She found him making coffee in the apartment's small kitchen. Where's Mom? Layla asked. Out at a job interview, Norris said. She's really an incredible woman. You've got a great role model. Layla nodded. She slid past Norris to get to the cereal. Cereal. They looked up at the time. 8:45, so... What? Wasn't it 9:40? I don't know, whatever. What was she doing? She slid back out. No breakfast? Norris asked. I'm in a rush, remember? Your class is at 10, right? 9, she said, exasperated. What time is it in this morning? Alright, it should have said 8:40 above. Layla liked Norris, but he was more like an uncle than a father. Layla guessed. She didn't know what having a father should feel like. She'd never even known hers, and her mother all but refused to speak about him. Among the other things she wouldn't talk about these days. Well, Norris said, see ya. Layla headed out swiftly toward the subway. There was no way she was going to make it this time. As she walked, she looked up at the mosaic of lights sparkling across the skyline of the city against the rising sun. It wasn't nearly an impressive day as it was at night, but the city during the day had a simple beauty that was both completely separate and inexorably entwined with the city at night. That dichotomy was something she felt was uniquely hers. Having lived there her whole life, it was something only she would get to experience. Then she checked her watch. The train would leave in a couple minutes or hours or days, depending on the time zone that this world takes place in. She ran to catch it. Somehow she barely made it to class. A 25-minute commute in 15 minutes. A new record. Layla rested her head on the desk, tuning out her professor's droning lecture on optics and trying not to replay that afternoon in her head again. The summer as a whole had been a haze. She knew she should have gotten an internship, but they all bored her. She hadn't been particularly inclined to sit in a physics lab for the whole summer. Not that they would have taken her anyway. They all wanted highly motivated students. They'd missed the boat on that one. She'd graduated high school over a year ago. The only thing that had broken the cycle of rereading comics she'd read a dozen times and posting and regretting posting on a few online message boards had been that afternoon. And yet again, though she would have much rather ruminated on her wasted summer, the memory crept into her mind once again. She shuddered violently. She couldn't escape it after all, probably because it was her fault she got shot. She and her mom had been taking their weekly walk back to the old neighborhood, and after 19 years of doing the same walk, Layla had wanted to try something new and push them deeper into East Harlem than they had ever gone before. Then all she could remember was that image, the bullet, her mom, the still world. She attributed it to the trauma, but that moment, watching the bullet drill into her mother's chest as trail stretched her behind it, was so vivid, sometimes she wondered if the world really had stopped in that instance. But no, that was physically impossible, and impossibility was something saved for the fantastic and true adventures of Ironclad, the Slay the Spire character, which of course were mostly untrue, and anyway the series was simply called Ironclad by most of its fans, and by most of its writers, and by its publisher. And even had it been possible, then that was all just the more reason it was her fault she even got shot, because she could have redirected the bullet, or just, pushed her out of the way. Layla spent the remainder of her lecture half listening to her monotone professors lecturing about reflections and prisms and half checking out Serenasi, a semi-popular girl she'd met during the previous semester. Layla was hesitant to approach her. She was way out of her league. When her morning classes finished, she took the 5-minute walk to the dining hall to meet up with Caden, her best friend from high school and Mass Effect. She was quick to get her food, confident he would arrive on time. And she was right. Right on schedule, he suddenly sat down across from her, even though she hadn't seen him enter. To her dismay, however, he wasn't alone. Hey, Layla, Caden said. He paused, seeing her half-eaten tray of food. How do you always get here so fast? Layla shrugged. His friend. Layla knew her as Jacqueline, with a K. I hate the spelling variations of Jacqueline. God dang this name. Alright. Smiled at her like she was obligated to. Layla smiled back politely. Pleasantries were exchanged. Caden asked how her mom was doing. Fine, she'd probably be going back to work soon. But soon enough. But not soon enough. So, changed the context of the sentence. Layla thought bitterly. She caught herself and shook off the thought. Are you going to the party Friday night? Jacqueline asked, though it was clear she knew the answer. Layla refocused. Not really into that, she replied, perhaps more hostilely than she meant. I'd rather get ahead on homework. It was a blatant lie. She usually put off homework as long as possible. She had an knack for forgetting things done at the last minute. You should, Jacqueline said, then she turned her head back to Caden. It still amazes me how different you are from her, Kai. Oh, no. Now there's a Kai as well. Now we're using two names for the same person. Layla stared at her. Kai Dracos. From Z-Sec, everybody. This is my new headcanon. That's what all his new friends called him. This is before he freaked out and tried to start the dimensional war. Thanks for the charity bits, Avatar. It was almost a novelty to hang out with him these days. She remembered back in middle school, they'd spent hours at the comic book store, one of the few remaining, and just talking about their favorite books. Lately, he was more interested in his social life than anything. Layla blew a strand of hair that had escaped her hastily thrown-together ponytail out of her face. Maybe she'd be happier if she tried focusing on that too. They say opposites attract, Layla said dismissively, knowing it wasn't true. She didn't want to let Jacqueline have the last word. I know, Caden said, ignoring her. Sometimes it surprises me too. The inane conversation continued for several more minutes until Layla could no longer handle it. She stood and said her goodbyes. It was almost impossible to get a word in edgewise when his friends were around. There was an added bonus to getting away from lunch early. Sarah Nasi was in her next class, and she was always early. If Layla could get there in time, she might have a chance to talk to her. However, by the time she made it to the stairs, she was dragging her feet. Her remaining enthusiasm for the day drained between a mix of annoyance towards Caden's friends and the knowledge that even if she had a chance to talk to Sarah, there was at least a 99% chance she wouldn't take it. To her surprise, however, she was still around 15 minutes early, or late, or on time. She was always surprising herself with how fast she could move sometimes. It almost wasn't surprising anymore. There were a couple of students milling around outside the lecture hall, including Sarah. Layla had talked to her a few times over the past year. Despite her status, Sarah seemed to have a middling interest in comics. Layla found her nice, not to mention very attractive, with her tan skin, tight jeans, and tall, shiny black boots. To both Layla's excitement and dismay, Sarah noticed her almost immediately and stood up to greet her. There was no escape now. Layla smiled and quietly said hi. We don't get the chance to talk enough, Sarah said, her voice cautious but bubbly. We've barely talked all semester. How was your summer? Fine, Layla said, lying. Yours? Sarah hesitated a moment before answering. Pretty good. I tried. Heard about the new Dragon RPG. Did you get a chance to play that? It was an odd conversation starter, almost as though Sarah thought of Layla as some sort of nerd master, which, to be fair, she probably was. No, Layla said. Didn't get a chance. The game had come out at the end of August. Layla had been spending too much time at the hospital to buy it. That's too bad, Sarah said. It's really something, I've heard. Uh-huh, Layla said. She wasn't quite sure where Sarah wanted to go with this, considering how the conversation was going. Though, she was honestly just happy to be talking to her. I picked up the comics you recommended, Sarah said. You were really right about Micah's side story. I totally didn't realize they thought out so much depth to her character. Oh, Layla said, genuinely surprised. She'd totally forgotten about recommending comics to Sarah. Sarah had mentioned that she wanted to read about Ironclad after the movie had come out at the end of last year, so Layla had suggested her a bunch of comics. She hadn't thought Sarah would actually read them, though. Layla's brief hesitation seemed to change Sarah's enthusiasm to worry. Sorry if I'm coming off as a bit of a nerd, Sarah said. Most of my friends don't really talk about this kind of stuff at all. Ooh. Yeah, it's fine with me, Layla said, though she sensed that Sarah wasn't telling the full story. Was she reading into this too much? Did Vegeta really eat the last burrito? Well, Sarah said, seeming spooked, it was nice talking to you. Wait! Layla exclaimed suddenly and probably too enthusiastically. Caden didn't talk much about comics or games anymore, and her other best friend, Sam, a goth, had a nearly incompatible schedule due to her major. We should talk more, you know. We should get a coffee together or something. I mean, if you have the time.
Sarah's eyes seemed to light up. I'd like that. We should schedule time. We're done after Calc 3, right? Yeah, Layla said. What the hell had she just done? That sounds fun. Layla felt like screaming internally. Yeah, Layla said. Are you okay? Sarah asked. Mm-hmm. Layla said, despite feeling like her face was on fire. Layla had no idea what she was supposed to do in this situation. This was not how today was supposed to go.
Oh.
Then she felt nails dig into her shoulder. She nearly shouted in surprise. So, she heard Sam's voice over her shoulder. What you talking about? Despite their schedules being nearly incompatible, Layla and Sam did share one class, this time Human Societies and Cultures, a general education course they had agreed to take together the previous semester, mostly because it was the only one that fit both their schedules. Hi. Hi, Sam, Layla said. Oh my gosh, Panda's about to fall off my lap.
Oh, is that what that... Okay.
It was nice talking to you, Layla, Sarah said, excusing herself. I'll see you tomorrow. And looking forward to it, Layla replied, as enthusiastically as she could, given Sam's standing over her shoulder. What, are you two dating now? Sam asked. Layla could feel the smug smile spreading across Sam's face. No, Layla said. Layla's got a girlfriend, she teased. Who are you to make fun of me? Layla asked, feigning anger to cover up her embarrassment. You've never even gone on a date. Yeah, but You're handicapped. There's way more cool girls than guys. Of course, you were going to get one first. Layla rolled her eyes. It was time to change the subject. Did you finish the homework? Almost, Sam said. Got distracted reading articles about World War II. How have you not changed since high school? I try, Sam said. So can I see yours? No, Layla said. You have to learn to grow up sometime. Sam let go of Layla's shoulders, finally allowing Layla to face her. Sam was pouting. No, Layla said again. Fine, Sam said. Be a responsible friend. See if I care. Layla smiled. This day had somehow managed to turn around. Sam's familiar and unwavering friendship was refreshing compared to Caden and his pestilent friends. And she was going on a date with Sarah. Layla followed Sam into the lecture hall, debating with herself. It wasn't really a date, right? They're just going to be talking about stuff. And Layla, if Sarah was even into girls, she concluded it was probably not a date. She sat next to Sam near the front of the classroom, then looked over her shoulder to see Sarah sitting with her friends near the back. Sarah smiled at her. She smiled back and turned to the front of the room where their elderly professor prepared to start what was inevitably going to be another dull lecture. She really hoped it was a date. Layla walked out of her last class of the day, nearly skipping. She hadn't stopped thinking about Sarah all day. She had actually asked her out. It still almost seems unreal. The longer she thought about it, the more excited she got. She nearly sprinted out of the building. She couldn't wait to get home. And before she knew it, she was on the subway, which, thanks to the lack of space, was even less comfortable than usual. She looked at the time. She might even beat the record she set this morning. She felt like there was an enormous bubble in her chest about to burst. When she climbed out of the underground station, she could see the bright sky overcast by forbidding dark clouds, illuminating the diverse palette of neon lights lining the streets. The first drops of rain hit her nose, almost breaking her out of her thoughts. She began to speed her bouncy stride up into the brisk walk, deftly avoiding the other pedestrians equally anxious to escape the inclement weather. She hoped that the next day would be nicer. Sitting outside a coffee shop was probably more romantic. She sprinted across a crosswalk to the next block. She felt her boots splash into a small pothole in the middle of a crosswalk. She looked down at it, annoyed. Then she heard the screech of tires. She turned her head and looked down the road. Car. It was the only thought that she had time for. The bubble in her chest burst. She closed her eyes. This was the end. All sound vanished. All Layla could hear was stillness. Was she dead? She opened her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
The car had stopped, just feet away from her. The driver's mouth was agape, but there was more. All the pedestrians had stopped in their tracks, and even the rain was suspended midair. Was this the extended moment before death? No, it couldn't be. This was different, but familiar. She thought back to that afternoon months before. It was real, she thought, her mind ablaze with wonder, shock, and confusion. It was real! Layla pulled her foot out of the pothole and walked to the other side of the street. She began to feel exhausted. Her head began to pound. Suddenly, for a brief moment, her consciousness lapsed and she exhaled. There was a flash of black and suddenly the world was moving again. Layla nearly fell onto the sidewalk, but managed to prop herself onto the side of a building. She was breathing heavily, and she held her chest. What the hell had just happened? She turned and saw that the car had stopped where she'd just been standing. The driver was looking around, confused. But that was impossible. She felt her body shake, but she couldn't help but stare in absolute wonder. She had stopped time. It was fantastic, but it was true. The rest of the walk home was a haze. Layla trudged up the steps to her family's apartment and pushed open the door. There were sounds coming from the kitchen. Hey, honey, her mom called. How was your day? Fine, Layla said robotically. She took off her boots and headed to her room. She couldn't process what had happened. She just wanted to lay down. She flopped down on her bed and buried her face in her pillow. She half expected her mom to come in and offer her to talk or go on a walk despite the rain, but she knew she was the old mom. The new mom was far more content in the safety of their apartment and avoiding the daughter that had gotten her shot. As the amazement began to wear off with no explanation to fill its void, that was where her mind went. Guilt. It was real. She could have redirected the bullet. She could have pushed her out of the way. Layla wished she could bury herself deeper into her pillow, but the laws of physics wouldn't allow that. Instead, she fell asleep. It was Norris who woke her up for dinner. She drowsily sat down across from her mother, Norris, at the dining table. She was in no mood for conversation. She instead studied the apartment. She'd lived there for years. Norris had bought specifically for them to move into as a family. That wasn't working out too well these days. I'm not happy with you walking to and from school by yourself, Layla, her mother was saying. It's just not safe. Layla was in no mood to argue. She stared blankly at her food. She had stopped time. It was real, right? Layla, her mother asked, are you even paying attention? You're too distracted, her mother said. You could get hit by a car or mugged. It's just not safe for girls your age to be walking around the city alone or getting on a subway. Couldn't you ask Caden to walk with you? I've been walking to school myself since my freshman year of high school, Layla said flatly. I think I'll be fine. Unless she got her boot stuck in a pothole and stopped time. She stared at her untouched plate. She thought hard at it, trying to stop time again. Nothing happened. The world isn't the same as when you were in high school, her mom said. It's more dangerous. Tell her, honey. You should listen to your mother, Layla, Norris agreed, trying to sound sagely. Layla rolled her eyes. She hadn't taken Norris's name when her mother had married him, even after her mother had. Layla preferred her own last name. Layla looked down at her plate. Her mind felt foggy from exhaustion, and sitting at this table made thinking even less possible. She could try and think tomorrow. I'm done, she said. She picked up her plate and turned to leave. This conversation isn't over, her mom said. I know, she sighed. The conversation had been going for over a month by this point. It would probably never end. She cleaned her plate and lay down on her bed, promising to think tomorrow. However, despite her exhaustion, sleep wouldn't come easily. When it did, she was plagued by nightmares of that afternoon. What the hell was she?
Blank white space. Oh my god. I think this is pretty good. I like this so far.
Yeah, I think one thing, just grammatically, a lot of sentences start with she. Like, there was a whole entire paragraph that started with she. Like, you could probably mix it up a little bit, but otherwise it's pretty good.
Yeah, I really only noticed a couple of details that just seemed to randomly pop up, and I don't really know what the correlation was to the thought process. But other than that, man, yeah, no, I think this is fine. Boy, would that be one heck of a condition, though, for your superpower. You have to, like, get your boot in a pothole. And then I was just thinking about that as he, like, described it, yeah, somewhere here on page 13. I'm like, that would be a really funny just condition for one of those, like, worst superhero ever powers. It's like, oh, hold on, I gotta get my boot caught in a pothole and I can help you right out, buddy. Okay, so this girl is either bi or something like that, I guess is what's going on here. That's interesting. Because I remember Rainstorm, his RPG or something, he had some goofy thing where, like, everybody was bi or whatever. I don't know if this is following that convention or if we just happen to be following someone who is... Okay, she gay. Alright. Different planet. Alright. Captain Planet! Alright, anyone else got any comments? And the stuff has shown up. Stuff future! Everyone is bi until explicitly stated gay. Yeah, I don't know. I've had one gay character idea my entire life, so yeah, I don't have any advice there, but
Yeah, I've done none.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rainstorm over here is like, how many gay characters can I fit in 3? Can I fit 5 gay characters? No. Everyone's buying also TV tropes. Fantastic. Yeah. So I like how it gets right to the point here with the backstory for Layla or whatever. You can tell throughout the chapter that she's haunted by this one thing. That's built in quite nicely. I think this hits closer to the level of detail that maybe is reasonable as far as, like, character descriptions. Because, you know, like, she's looking at Sarah, so you would want to know something about Sarah's outfit and why Layla finds her so attractive or whatever. The flipping of the hair I had noticed coming out of the bed or whatever. These are just motions that I think you would, notice as a person. So I don't know. I get the idea here that this is like really coming from a character's perspective, despite it being third person omnipotent or whatever. But yeah, no, I actually everything does feel very real.
We're not being bombarded by walls of textiles.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, the spacing is fine. I don't know if it's the double spacing that aids that here, but the paragraphs just don't go on for too long. There's a couple long paragraphs, but they don't feel very long, which I think is the key here.
Yeah, everything's pretty mixed up, so it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nicely spaced and everything. The characters, I noticed you're, like, skipping out on some dialogue for shorter, like, responses or whatever. I see that happen every so often. I don't think anything bad about that. I'm just pointing out things that I noticed or whatever. So yeah, all right. Anything else anyone got? Let's see. Arceus thinks the double space helps. Avatar says I don't like double spacing with small text personally. It makes the whole thing look like it's so empty. I mean, I don't know about double spacing an entire book, but you guys have, like, seen my style where I'll like do 2 enters after a paragraph or whatever, just so things aren't terribly cluttered. I think either's fine, honestly. I don't know. Yeah, it stands out as being different, and I think that's just because I haven't seen it done all that often before. I don't see, like, pieces of... Well, I guess I've seen pieces of conversations skipped. I don't know. Yeah, it's just one of those things you don't see too often, so it stands out initially. Alright, anything else? Yeah, it takes up more pages in this format for sure. I mean, that's just whatever. I don't know how he plans on actually publishing this, so this will, like, this would eventually be single-spaced in a book or whatever. But yeah, understandable. I can really see strong arguments for either spacing here. I don't really think one's preferred over the other. Unless you have, like, really long, droning paragraphs, then the double spacing is certainly, like, much better. Just so you have the illusion that you're progressing a lot more quickly.
Mm-hmm.
What other... Oh, see you later, Avatar. Thanks for joining us. Never thought of using double space, just something drilled into your brain by English teachers. Sophomore year lit professor at SLU emphasized it's not only what you put in, but what you leave out. A good balance between realistic detail and skipping over mundane stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you saw in Dokaido, I had a scene originally where Ethan was, like, driving to school, and the only thing that was important is that he passes the pizza shop so that they get to the pizza shop later. And it was like, I don't know. I thought that was even too much as well, because they can just go to the freaking pizza shop. So it's like, yeah, whatever. You don't really need to know about this car ride. Let's just send him to campus and be done with it. Yeah, Steph. Oh, man, you would have liked it yesterday, Steph. You should have been here. We were talking about all the balance between having too much detail, important details, and not enough detail, because we've all been talking about just how inane this debate can get as to what level of detail you should use in describing characters, and what level of detail do you use describing rooms and city landscapes and the sky and other things like that. Like what's really important and what's not, because as I tell people, if you go look at articles online about this, everyone and their dog is arguing over how much detail should be in. So I always like to just hear the audience of the people who I'm talking to, and then maybe I can gauge what I feel comfortable with.
I really think it's situational. Like, it depends on what you're writing about. If you're doing, like, a fantasy world, then maybe a little more detail is appropriate, because when you're writing about, like, the world that we know, then people already know what, the world looks like. So you don't have to spend as much time on the details as you might for
by saying things. Upper East Side and East Harlem, people in the United States already have an idea of what to expect here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm using sky islands and stuff, so that's like, this is a necessity that people understand the civilizations in the sky. I mean, you know, there's like no getting around that. Because I think I made this joke before, like, if I left out the detail that they're on the sky islands or whatever, and then in like chapter 6, everybody gets on an airship and floats to the next island, the reader would be like, what the flid? what just happened? We're in the sky? What's going on here? After a point, writing gets to the level of feel, don't think, with cooking and cooking. Okay. Yeah, because, like, where I would overkill description is on, like, the summoning of a gallant or a battle between two gallants or whatever, or the change of a landscape, you know, like a field spell in Yu-Gi-Oh! You want to, like, you know, you want to describe these field spells if it's changing the entire perspective of the game or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know. In that regard, I don't feel too bad. But I just really ended up feeling bad about, here's their outfit. Here's every little detail about their outfit. It's the same freaking outfit that they're wearing all the time because apparently it's anime now. So they have to wear one outfit. And because if they don't, I'm going to describe another freaking outfit in the next chapter, and another freaking outfit in the next chapter, and it's going to drive everybody insane. Like, who the flit cares what outfit this girl's wearing on chapter 72? So, yeah. Yeah, no, the way that Rain did it, where, like, Layla is ogling Sarah, pretty much, that's, like, a perfectly great excuse, I think, to describe an outfit. I mean, you're showing why the person is attractive to them. You would think the outfit would be part of that.
Mm-hmm.
And this outfit. And this... No, I'm kidding. Okay. I actually have Sam do that to Elise in Zero Saga, where she pictures Elise in some kind of uniform or something and says it would look cute on her or whatever. Yeah. I can see how this works. I like this perspective of it, honestly. Clothing fetish. God dang it, Dark 4. Well, it depends, Torj. Well, you know, it's whatever. If the details work, they work. If the details hurt the pacing, then maybe we relook at them. Go ahead, Kate.
Yeah. Also, you know, when you are writing an original story, it might be more appropriate to write about the clothes in that story as compared to, like, fan fiction, because you already know what the characters are wearing. And I've seen so many people describe in paragraphs what the characters are wearing, and we already know.
This 3-paragraph description for Danny Phantom, and I don't remember if it was Christmas Visit or what, but I was like, please, no more. I watched the show. I know what the character looks like. This is where my argument for the cover thing comes into play. Like, if Ethan or Elena were on the freaking cover of the book and their clothes didn't have to come up at any other point in the story, why the flit would I expect anyone to care?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, though. Let's see. It has to be organic to the story, Steph says. Yeah, sure. Let it fit if it fits, basically. I like that way of looking at it. Let's see. You can read about how to change a tire or make a sandwich, but knowing every step isn't actually physically doing it. Yeah. What's this about protagonist outfits? Oh no, it's the satellite. I also feel like reading this thing here can give a few suggestions to Shadow Wisher, and it's not necessarily a bad thing that I noticed from her story, but it's just like things were a little wordy in the sense that Shadow Wisher used like passive tenses quite a bit. Here, Rainstorm is kind of showing off the strength of using active tenses and, you know, cutting to the chase and getting things complete. So putting the verb first, basically. And avoiding, you know, these weird past verbs that kind of force you to add 3 or 4 different words. And it's not that this causes bad things to happen, but it's just with the rest of it also being a little bit wordy, you're kind of compounding extra words on top of more extra words. I think just removing one of those two things might help, like, grab your point across in a shorter span of time. past tenth. Suck with tenses. Yeah, I did see that the proof in the pudding here. Shadow Wisher has continuously claimed that she's not good with tenses, and yeah, I saw that there were some ones getting dropped, or we were changing whether we were in the past or the future or whatever. Yeah, some of the smaller things, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this stuff is tough because everyone has their vision of what good writing is. I refuse to believe that any two. This is like snowflakes. You know, no two are alike, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, Kate, Steph, and I seem to generally agree upon what we like as far as writing. Well, actually, we agree upon what we hate about writing.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, snowflakes. Writing is snowflakes, everybody. No two are alike. Let's see, suggest everyone read 2 books. On Writing by Stephen King and Spunk and Bite by Arthur Plotnick. Robotnik? No, okay. I'm familiar with On Writing. I don't know this second one, though. Let's see. A Writer's Guide to Bold Contemporary Style. Okay. More modern version of Strunk and White. Well, that one I haven't heard of. I'm all completely lost there. But then I'd have to read. No. Can't read this book to me.
Watch out, because I'll do it.
You might have to, honestly. I have no attention span for reading. I don't know what the heck happened. My attention span over the years has just, like, really dwindled. This does not help when I'm doing a frustrating block puzzle in ZC or something, because I'm getting, like, to the point to where I just... I can't focus on anything for an extended period of time. I'm ready for the next thing, and the creator wants to hang me back here for another 5 to 10 minutes or something.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying not to, like, let that bleed into pacing issues and everything, because it's like sometimes I can't tell if it's a pacing issue with a game or a story or a video or something, or if I'm just, like, completely checking out because I can't focus. Oh, is that... I see, Steph. So she can't watch a YouTube video for, like, 1 whole minute. It's insane. I'm guessing this is why when Steph sends videos, they come in, like, flocks of 5 or something. I always wonder about that. I'm like, did she watch all these videos and then just start, like, sending them all off? Or is she, like, clipping through each of them and then being like, this one's awesome, this one's awesome, this one's... And then she's got, like, a whole backlog of just, like, sugary goodness for later or something. Destroyed so much redundant crap when you edited the first pages for submission. That's good, TS, yeah. I'm still trying to figure out... I know I still want to do... I need to get back in the groove of the Destiny's Horizon Season 3 method. I need to, like, read my old stuff and remember what it was that I liked about that style, because I thought that was where I was doing meaningful things and not, like, an overkill of space. And it still had, like, a decent amount of description. Maybe sometimes still too much, but now I'm, like, trying to write to get to the point or whatever. Because these Destiny's Horizon chapters, dude, these are all, like, 8,000 plus words. And I just don't want to freaking do that to, like, Dokailo, man. Like, this is gonna drive people nuts if they're reading 8,000 word chapters and there's, like, 100 of them. Or 200 of them, or who the flid knows how many of them there will be by the time I'm, like, done with this nonsense, if I can even freaking do anything with it. It's just, good God. So I'm, like, trying to shorten things up, make things a little more to the point. Let's count Rain's words here. Let me steal this and throw this in a document here. Oh, god dang it. Hold on, it's a PDF. I gotta do this the slow way. His old Teamudf isn't getting with the times and doesn't have any conversion programs anymore. Man, everyone's like loading crap up in LaTeX, and I'm so just annoyed with that. I don't want to do LaTeX. Go away. Leave me alone. Anytime you're ready to update their word. Come on. All right, Rainstorm's got it before this stupid program could calculate. 3373. All right. So that's a little bit shorter than a chapter I would like to write. Sure. Okay. I can't really think about this as comparing to other people, though, because I'm just doing way different things. Like, the duels, especially, just make it not like anything else. I have to include stats, I have to include HP counters and things, so those all inflate the word count. Gallants being summoned and whatever else, so... it's a shame. There's no easy way for me to look at this because nobody else does it. This is not a genre of story. So, I don't know what I'm going to do, everybody. If I can even get invested in my own freaking ideas here someday, we'll see. Alright, back to good stuff, though. Let's see. Dark Force says, I have trouble not writing enough descriptions and stories. Like, my mind wants to get to the good parts in your head, but doesn't read well, so you have to keep going. Ooh, I almost feel like that's part of my problem as well. Once I've got the whole thing planned out in my head, if I know everything, some of it suddenly gets very boring, unless it's got something to do with the characters. So that's why I've been trying to angle things toward, let's build these characters up or whatever, because I got so bored with the just non-stop action blast duel setup of Battlezone. Battlezone was a great learning experience, and it was a fun story to write. Everybody loved it, but it's just not what I want to do these days. Yeah, no, that's a great point, Dark 4. Inadvertently, maybe. Get to the good parts in your head, and then suddenly, you know, maybe by extension, now suddenly it gets boring or whatever. Gosh darn it, dude. Duels are weird. Even a short one just eats like 2 pages. Yeah, right. Yeah. At least people who get invested in a card game will like reading a duel. Anyway, I'm cutting Kate off here. I'm talking too much.
Oh, no worries. I think that's why I like to do one-shots, is because then I don't have to do the things that I don't want to do.
No, okay. And Kate has some one-shots she's going to submit right... I'm kidding, okay.
Oh, no.
Just blatantly messing with her at this point. Okay. Let's see. Steph says her brain is light years ahead of the fingers on the keyboard. Oh, tell me about it, man. When I'm finishing my multi-chapter stuff, head's on the next fic down instead of the one I was currently on. Oh, my goodness. Let me... So, preach, Steph. Please, preach. My goodness. So... I'll tell you all something very silly about Battlezone and Destiny's Horizon and Zero Freeze, consequently. Alright, so Battlezone ran from 2006 to 2009, right? 2008, I was planning things for, like, the 3rd season of Destiny's Horizon. And Zero Freeze was in between those 2 stories. I was planning things for the 3rd story... And the 1st story had still, like, a whole year to go. Like, oh my goodness. This was a disaster. I don't know why I let myself do this. I mean, it worked. It was fun. But it makes things very scatterbrained. And I only think it worked because I had a structure to already work with, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Dokkailo has no structure to it at all. I'm still, like, figuring out everything. I'm still trying to perfect all the details, all the blanket details before I go in and then try to construct all the little stitches and everything. So planning ahead in this regard is just like a gigantic rolling collapse effect. As you can tell from the version number, this is the 9th version and 4th rewrite of the story, and the first complete and utter rewrite. The thing that we just read, I'm guessing. Continuum says V9.2. Planning stuff for like 20 years down the road. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've talked about planning ahead so much on this channel, but I just feel like It's one of the most relatable things that this group has between one another. Is that we are all stupidly ambitious. Except Kate. Kate just kind of hangs out and writes Undertale role-playing or whatever. Let's see. Huge victim of that too, planning way too far ahead. Yes, indeed. Never even finished your first fantasy book. Already had its 2 sequels completely planned out. Yeah, that really is good sometimes, because I feel like you want to plan ahead as the author so that you can fix things as you go along, or you can see what works and what doesn't. But then it's just then that problem of not getting to the finished result and looking back and looking back and looking back, or being bored of it because you already know the ending or whatever. Yeah, ugh. What a disaster. What a disastrous thing this mind is. We should get this mind. Start punching it out. No. Cinnabon Gina actually screwed you over on this more than your own brain did, because when she disappeared, you broke your rule about not going to another big fic before you finished the last one. So skipped ahead from one to another, and now everything is an unending losing game of Tetris. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, Mitsukara with the 2082
I think she has like
release.
30 fics in the works.
Oh, jeez. That's somehow fewer than me. I'll take that as a victory. Lots of side story ideas, but also a notepad, keeping ideas for the future down the road instead of the current series. Try to write it off as world building. See, I feel like that was why I wanted to try the more really conservative approach to the card game in Dokkailo. Like, really dumb down the gameplay and make it very simplistic so that I could focus on the world building. Because I feel like if I'm throwing all my eggs in this really complicated game here, if the complicated game doesn't take off, then there's nothing to hold together any of the story. So I was like, why don't I start with simplistic gameplay, and then maybe I can draw people into the world and the characters first, or simultaneously or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm using this opportunity to brainstorm and completely steal some of the spotlight here, because I've been really frustrated all semester, but I'll get off my soapbox here. Nightmare's got many projects he's been planning. He's got level 1 for his quest. He's got level 1 for his quest. He's got level 1 for his quest. He's also working on level 1 of his quest. And then there's level 5 minus 4 of his quest. I'm kidding, Nightmare. We love you, buddy. Nightmare actually submitted, so he might have dungeon gameplay for us, everybody. Want to make memory of Koholint for real. Not sure when or how. Yes. Never finished one game. Trying to go halfway. Think of milestones you want to hit in the story. Leave the rest to what you think. That's not a bad idea, actually. I like that. I guess that helped Battlezone, because I didn't know the ending of Battlezone until... That's interesting. Okay. Also your issue. You have a half dozen or story ideas. Rotate and play. Yep. Yes, indeed. It's like that sports-based mind screw. You can't think about what you're doing or you'll mess up. Yeah. Oh, man. You know where that's actually happened to me most lately is sleeping. If I become self-aware that I'm having trouble falling asleep, it's over. Then my mind is just like locked on the fact that I can't fall asleep. And then it's just, it's so aggravating, dude. It's so aggravating. I have to try so hard to like just think about something else so that my eyes won't, because I'll lose the days immediately. I'll just snap out of being groggy. It's so weird. I hate it to death, dude. I'm like super groggy and ready to fall asleep, and then my mind will focus on the fact that I'm not sleeping or whatever, and then I'll just suddenly not be groggy, and it like really aggravates me. Designed a theme park when you were 4 and worked on it until middle school. Oh, man. See the legendary level 1. Nights when you need the most, you get the least because you're so worked up about whatever thing you're doing the next day. That used to be... Well, that's usually first days of the semester for me, except I got good sleep the first day of the semester. This was the first time. Maybe that was why it all went wrong. So I actually got sleep for once. Ah, garbage. Great. We should probably play some games or something at this point, everybody. Let's blow off some steam. Let's try to see the new SCP or something. But we are through day 2 of the showcase here, I'd say. We got fewer... I don't think fewer things done, but we spent a good amount of time on things, and we had some useful discussions, so I'm going to call that a victory anyway. Because Teamudf is pissed. Alright. And thanks to Kate for reading with us.
Thanks for having me.
The doll Kate. She'll be back, everybody, because we've got... I think the majority of the content that was submitted to this thing are stories, so, I mean, yeah. She'll be back.
I'll dip out for now.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
And on YouTube, we will see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!